everyone, it's WHM Brick Bros back with another video, and today I will be reviewing the 2022 Hoth ATST. This is going to be my first review video, so if you like it, please consider leaving a like and smash that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the actual video. So, what I'm going to be doing today is I'm just going to walk through all the different features, the minifigures, the box, the instructions, which I have right here, and then this probe droid, which I don't know what I guess it's a build, I guess. I like to call it a minifig, some people don't. But, basically I'm going to walk through each thing individually, and then I'm going to be reviewing it, and I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of the video. So, just to get started, I'm going to show you the box and then the instructions, then we'll get into the minifigs, and then we will get into the main build, which is the ATST. Alright, so this is the box. This is brand new box art. So, basically, LEGO has decided that they're going to start making new box art, which is awesome. Because they have had the same box art for a long time. I don't know since when. I haven't figure that out, but a long time. If you go back a while, you're gonna have the same exact box art. So just to get started, I love the new black area here. They've been doing a lot of white lately, but I like the black better. That's just kind of the way I am. I like the black. But then they have a nice stripe here, so a stripe of navy blue. Now, sadly, this is not color coordinated, so that does not actually just apply to Hoth. They've that was the original thought, I think, but they kind of messed that up with some of the other sets. But very nice box art. You've got your minifigures down here below, just like this. You've got your ATST driver, your Chewbacca, and your Hoth Rebel Trooper. Then you've got your nice Darth Vader in this corner, which is nice to have. Some very nice art of just like a battle between them. And then nice Hoth scene behind it. Then you've got your pieces and your set number. So this is set number 75332. And it has 586 pieces. It is $50. And seems like a reasonable price for this. I think most ATSTs in the past have been. On the side of the box, nothing too fancy, just your writing, Disney logo, LEGO logo, Star Wars logo, set number, and then the little place, LEGO Life, which is like a place where you can post images. On the top of the box, you get a Chewbacca minifigure actual scale minifigure. Right there, more stuff that doesn't really matter. You get this cool little logo here. That is like from Hoth, I guess. Another little nice box art there. Nice detail, just continuing this stripe around the side. The bottom is kind of bland. A bunch of just random stuff that no one really cares about. And then the back. The back is really nice, well done. You've got another battle playing out here, except for that there's no one in the ATST. I don't really know how it's firing, but And then some images, so you've got this feature where you can turn the head, the opening of a cockpit, the firing of the lasers, and then the legs that I'll get into later, which don't really work. And then you have this box, which I don't love. I don't love how it kind of like you're pushing in. I like it better when they do like something where you're just cutting the tape. But that's how they did it on this one, so that's basically the box right there. I'm going to set that aside. I'll show you the instructions. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but same kind of thing. Really like that look. Looks very nice. You've got your robot, and then parts list in the back of the instructions. You've got a Skywalker Saga, and then all of these Hoth sets. It is kind of weird that they did repeats, so this is that, but then on this side, they just repeated those and did, the whole Hoth collection, which is weird and also interesting. And then, their new thing is they have this whole thing when you finish, and then you get your little, like, parts thing that you get on, like, the 3D modeling thing, which is kind of interesting that they're adding that now. And then you get all this kind of junk at the beginning. You get your bags. You get your minifigs. And it is weird that they don't, like, give him a blaster or anything. It's just Chewbacca. So that's interesting that they just did that. And then it goes through the entire steps in the middle. And that's pretty much it for the instructions. Nothing too interesting. So now let's get into the actual minifigs. Alright, so this is what you could call the first minifig. Some people don't like to call it, but I like to call it a minifig. This is the Probe Droid. So, as we look at it is pretty much, your average Probe Droid. Not too... Okay, this is the first, I guess, little build. I guess you could call it a minifig. I kind of like to, just because it kind of is, but, you could do whatever. So this is a Probe Droid. This is the Imperial Probe Droid. It is done in dark bluish gray, which we haven't really seen from LEGO too much. It is black in the Hoth scene, but we have seen dark bluish gray ones in Star Wars. So the head does rotate pretty easily and nicely. The only thing that I don't like is it's very flimsily attached. So it's just all attached to one stud. I don't know if you can see that in there. And then it's on a clear pole, which doesn't, it's never perfect. And then it has this little white base, which isn't the greatest looking, but it gets the job done. So the head in turn, and see, you get a bunch of just eyes, like it looks. Pretty simple. You get your kind of arms. You get a blaster on one, a little fork thing. Maybe this tries to electrocute something. I don't know. And it is basically meant to be the one, I think, from the Hoth scene. But, it's not the perfect depiction, and so that's pretty much that for that, And then, secondly, now we're going to get into the minifigures. Alright, so to start, this is our first minifigure. This is the Hoth Rebel Trooper. It is pretty nice, but if you go into, look at the Hoth, Rebel Trooper minifigure pack, there are some nicer figure printings, and that is not released in the US yet. It's been delayed, which is very disappointing. But I'm hoping I can pick it up soon, and once that comes out, you'll see a review of that. Once that comes out, I can link that in the description. And any other 2022 reviews, I will link in any of them to the rest of them. You can also just click on my channel icon below, and it'll take you to any of the videos that I've made so far. Alright, so getting back to the Rebel Trooper, it's kind of your generic Rebel Trooper, but it does have a new face printing, and they've started to make a diversified assortment of troops, snow troopers, they're in both male and female, so they're not all the same. So again, if you take I got the battle pack for the Snow Trooper battle pack, and the Scout Trooper doesn't have a male, it has a female head with it's just not all white. Some people may complain that it's not like the Battle of Hoth, but so much, because it wasn't necessarily, it was more just generic Rebel Troopers. But I like it because it allows you to build your army with different troops, and you can mix heads and stuff. And I like that. So, moving around, there's only a torso print, which is a nice torso print, but really nothing else. It does come with a backpack, and the helmet is nice. If I remove that, you get your goggles, and those can either go up or down. When they're down, they really look really cheesy and not that great, because they're way too big for the face. So, if you pull it off and you switch the goggles from top to below, it looks really weird. In my opinion, it just doesn't look that great. And it's just not the best looking. But Other than that, the only other, I guess, nice feature is that she does have dual-sided face, so she has more like an angry face. And then if you remove the head, there is some just basic back printing. That's kind of a given. That kind of has to be there. But that's about it for the Rebel Trooper. Besides that, she has a blaster, which isn't. Now let's get into some of my more favorite figures in this set. I really like this. This is awesome. This is a Snow Chewie. It's an exclusive figure just to this set. And it may be hard to see, but on camera, you can really see it pretty well that there are little dots of, like, white all over him. And this is because it's supposed to be Hoth, so he has, like, snow on his fur. And I really like that LEGO decided to give it a little twist and not just giving your generic Chewie. It's disappointing that they did not give you arm printings, which would have been cool with, you're getting exclusive here. Why not get some exclusive arm printings? But they didn't give it to us, which is, in my opinion, okay. It's just a little disappointing. Then you got your regular Chewbacca bowcaster, which is pretty cool. That allows you to shoot just like that, and then you can reload it and shoot again, whatever. But that's pretty much it about Chewbacca, but it is really nice to have that, just like something to mix it up. It's always been the same. Alright, so then your third trooper and the last trooper in this, third minifigure in the set is the AT-ST pilot, and this guy is phenomenal. LEGO really did a nice job with the design with this one. Very nice white torso. And then you've got this kind of General Veers top piece with a little strap on his face. You can have his angry face. Some nice leg printing too, which is really nice to get on a figure like this. Pretty basic back printing, but you can switch the head around and you get a little bit more nice looking troop. He kind of looks weird being nice because he's an Imperial. It's kind of strange, but still very nice looking trooper or driver or whatever, pilot. And then you got some nice binoculars, these are one of the only guys you can use with helmets. So these binoculars, if you make the hand so it's upside down, just like that, and then you put them like this, you should be able to just tilt it up. If you turn the helmet to the side a little, you can actually look through them. So that's cool with these guys. But that's pretty much it for minifigures. Some really nice figures. It's just, not anything super duper amazing. And then next, we're going to get into the builds. So this is the main build right here. This is the AT-ST. Right there. And it is a really nice design. In my opinion, I know people have been complaining about the closed eyes and the thin legs and the big feet, but I really like the way it looks. And it's just a very nice design when it comes to an AT-ST, and I've never had an AT-ST before. This is my first one. I picked it up. It's really nice to get one. And so let's basically just get into the overview of the build, just some features and all that kind of stuff. So just to start off with, the feet are pretty big. They're bigger than most the other AT-ST feet, and you could imagine maybe that's because they're walking in snow, and that'd be my best guess too. But instead of just having like one sticker piece and like just a little bit, one like piece with a sticker on it, LEGO has gone all out and just added some nice details and really nice looking feet that I love the way they turned out. The legs are nice. This would have been nice if like they added a little bit more tiling on the sides, but definitely a nice look with some of these pieces here. Got some, more detail up here. And the legs, I do have a problem with. And they've had it with every AT-ST. They only have one pivot. So you can't really do much with it than have it in its normal position or have it like up, which, is good too. But it down or up, and because you can't like tilt, you can't move the feet, and it's because partly I think because it would have been too loose, and they would have wanted to put one of these, and that would have been too bulky, so they don't really do that. But you could guess you could put like this, but that kind of looks weird, and it doesn't really stand up. So just accepting that it's like gonna always be in this pose is kind of something that's kind of annoying, but it's also fine. Alright, so then we're gonna do this head section. So basically on either side you've got, this one has like a cannon and this one has something else. I don't really know what it is. But it's, I guess, accurate to a Hoth ATST, so it has a little bit different features. So there are no open, like, eyes, I guess, or places where the driver or pilot can see out. But it does have this nice look, and I do actually kind of like the way it looks, and they've got some nice detailing down here. You've got your main cannon, which can go up and down, and then you can, if you turn this around, you've got these two things here, and if you push on one, it's going to fire one of your spring-loaded shooters. And as you may see, it's actually a very powerful one. One of the more powerful spring-loaded shooters I've seen in a while. It's nice to get those. I always love those. Those are kind of cool play features. And so this can go up and down, and then this actually swivels. And you can swivel with your hand, and it actually goes 360 degrees unlike other ones, which will hit, which is a nice improvement. And then you can actually turn it with this knob back here. And this is actually a kind of better way to turn it instead of just having your hand there. But you can just have it here, and then you can turn it. It can fire over there. It can turn the head just like it did in Endor or whatever. And it's actually really easy to kind of switch this kind of area around. I've seen a bunch of improvement or mod videos or improvement videos just to change that. I may do one of those. I may not, because I really like the way this looks. And it's just, and the legs are kind of skinny, but I think it looks nice overall. And in the back, you're going to see there's just some nice detailing. They did a pretty good job. Just some nice tiling off underneath. I felt like they did a good job underneath and just not making it too weird looking. And then the only annoying thing is that this roof doesn't get smaller, so it's kind of weird like that. It's very boxy, but it still looks pretty nice, and so that's kind of it. But this top part opens up just like that, and you can take your guy and stick him in. It's not the easiest process, but it does sit just like that, like he's coming out. And it's actually nice to have that, just have him be able to sit in there. And if you're going to put him in, though, you're going to want to lift up the entire thing, which lifts up, and you've got, you're all that Technic, and you've got a lot of, in my opinion, wasted space, because it's just not the greatest. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop off this head, just like this. And so we can take a better look inside. So this front piece comes off just like this. It has a control panel, and this is how we're going to get a nice look inside. So in the interior, you've got a nice little seat. It may be hard to see, but your guy, if you remove his blaster and binoculars, which actually have a color-coded. This is what's crazy. LEGO never does this kind of thing, but it's also sort of cool. Color-coded clips. And that's always cool to have, because LEGO never thinks about those kinds of things, and I've always been annoyed how I want to have a place to put my blaster, but there's no place to put it. But LEGO thought about that here, and they actually have a place to put it, so my binoculars don't just end up somewhere random. And so he just sits in there, and it's a really nice feature just to have that little extra stuff. This thing will just sit right in there, close right up, and the guy is right in there. He doesn't line up. It is disappointing that you only can fit one, but it's understandable. LEGO's never really done more than that. And so that's pretty much it for the ATSD, but a very nice ATSD overall. Very happy with the way LEGO did it. And so now let's get into my final thoughts. Alright, so now into my final thoughts of this review, and overall, I think it's a great set. It's very well done. I think LEGO actually did a really nice job with this, even though I've heard complaints. But I think it's a nice set, and if you get it, and also the Snow Trooper Battle Pack, it's a really nice compliment. And then if you are, when they release it in the US, pick up that Rebel Battle Pack. I think it's going to be a really nice, kind of like battle. And then if you also have your 2020 AT-AT, you have a whole nother thing. This is all from Hoth. And if you had the UCS one, that'd be amazing. And it'd all be to scale and perfect. And that'd just be really cool. But I don't. That's $800. And I don't really have that to spend on Legos. But it is cool that they are making a lot of Hoth sets. Lately, they made a lot from The Mandalorian. But you can't really play with them in like a one-scene battle kind of thing like you can with these new sets. It's going to be a whole Hoth wave. It's just kind of like this nice thing that they're doing. And I really like that about this. And I'm really happy that they're doing it because I think it's something that LEGO should do more often, where they do like big waves of just like these big battles like Endor. Maybe that's what's going to come next year or something. But it would be nice to get a bunch of sets from Endor that you could all kind of like have, and you could display together, or you could play with together. But overall, I think it is worth $50. This is a nice ATSD. Now, you may not like this ATSD, and if you don't really like it, and if you just think it's ugly, I don't know if it's worth your money. If you really want, if you haven't had a ATSD, and you really want one, they may come out with another one soon that's from Endor. And so in that case, you may not want to spend your money on this. And if you're really desperate for one, this is the way to go at this time. I do really like the way it looks. As I've said before, this is a really easy mod that if you just look up, like, 2022 ATSD mods or Hoth ATSD mod, you should find some videos on how to change the eyes if you don't like that, fix up the legs, and just kind of overall. But I do really like the minifigure selection. I do love the Chewie, but if you're just getting it for maybe a Hoth Trooper and that, and you don't really like the ATSD, it's not worth it. But overall, if you like it in general and you want an ATSD, it's a great set to pick up. But you may not like the look. And if you can check out those videos if that appeals to you and then you want to pick it up, go pick it up. It's a great set to have in my opinion. And if you want to make like a Hoth mock or something, this is the way to go. This is a nice ATSD just for Hoth. And I think LEGO's going all out for that. Finally, if you want to see more reviews like this, don't worry, there are going to be some more coming out. Next, I will be reviewing the Snow Trooper Battle Pack, which should come out in the next couple of days or so. That'll be, and if you're looking forward to that, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button if you like this video. If you're looking for the Snow Trooper Battle Pack, again, hit the subscribe button, and I will be doing some more reviews on the Rebel minifigure pack and the Clone Trooper minifigure pack. When those come out in the US, I don't know when it's going to come out. They say maybe in 2 weeks, but we'll see when that comes out. When it does, I will do a video on that. So that's about it. I'll see you next time. This is WHM Brick Bros signing off.